6 factors that could cause you to develop eczema as an adult. They're red, itchy, totally obnoxious, and they just might reveal something hidden about your health. Those scratchy patches of eczema are like nagging red flags, and the key to making them go away is figuring out what's causing them. Those who've battled eczema since childhood have a type called atopic dermatitis, which is genetic. But if you experience your first flare-up as an adult, you likely have another variety that's caused by an external irritant, and a dermatologist can identify your triggers to help you soothe your skin. The usual suspect? Contact dermatitis, says Alicia Plotner, MD, a dermatologist at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. Another common type is nummular dermatitis, which appears on the lower legs as cone-shaped sores, and is more likely to affect older adults, she says. Lose up to 25 pounds in 2 months and look more radiant than ever with Prevention's new Younger in 8 Weeks plan. Here, dermatologists reveal 6 things your eczema might be telling you. And always follow up with a visit to your doc. You have seasonal allergies. It's not uncommon for people with eczema to have a flare-up during the summer when pollen levels are at their highest, says David E. Bank, MD, a board-certified dermatologist and founder and director of the Center for Dermatology, Cosmetic, and Laser Surgery in Mount Kisco, New York. But resist the urge to itch, he advises, or you'll make skin even more inflamed and irritated. Instead, apply hydrocortisone cream and gentle, fragrance-free moisturizers like Cetaphil Restorator. $11, Amazon.com. Preventing and reducing flares of eczema is really about repairing the barrier function of the skin, says Bank. This means minimizing things that can strip the skin, like harsh cleansers and hot water in the bath or shower, and helping to maintain and sustain the water that is already in the skin. You need to switch your soap or detergent. Skin irritants, such as itchy clothing, harsh cleansers, or even sweat, will trigger the inflammatory cascade that leads to eczema, says Jessie Chung, MD, a dermatologist at Jessie Chung Dermatology and Laser Center in Willowbrook, Illinois. The first step to determining possible eczema triggers is to avoid common irritants such as strong soaps, wool, and fragrances. Your derm can help eliminate the guesswork by doing patch testing to identify reactions to specific allergens, adds Plotner. Some common offenders she sees: metals like those found in your smartphone, fragrance, certain preservatives, and antibiotics in topical ointments like Benadryl or Neosporin. You have a food allergy or intolerance when you're allergic to a certain food, such as soy, or have intolerance to, say, dairy. Ingesting those foods can cause an eczema outbreak. If you suspect something in your diet is to blame, Chung recommends visiting an allergist, who can perform an oral food challenge in a supervised setting. Balancing good bacteria with fermented foods and probiotics can also help tame inflammation and eczema flares, she says. I also recommend taking supplements with vitamin D and zinc, which modulate the immune system and the body's inflammatory response, says Chung. And eating foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids will help to support the good gut bacteria, and they help us absorb nutrients. You are stressed out. Eczema often flares in the setting of stress, says Abby Van Voorhees, MD, chair and professor of dermatology at Eastern Virginia Medical School. No one knows why, but it is very common. Patients often note that as they get more tense their skin gets itchier. Then they start scratching and the cycle begins. To break it, find relief with topical corticosteroids like Cortade. $7, Amazon.com, or Cortisone. $10. $7, Amazon.com, says Plotner, but stay away from antibiotic ointments like Neosporin, which can irritate skin. Your skin needs some moisture. Cold weather provokes eczema because the dry air sucks the moisture out of your skin. It's important to cover all areas of exposed skin during the colder months, says Joel Schlesinger, MD, a board-certified dermatologist and real self-advisor. Even when you're not outside, cranking up the heat in your home can have a similar effect. Running a humidifier can restore moisture to the air around you and help ease eczema symptoms. But be sure to set your humidifier below 60% humidity, says Schlesinger, otherwise condensed moisture can lead to harmful bacteria growth. To combat winter bouts of eczema, Bank also suggests taking 5 to 10 minute warm, not hot, showers and washing the skin with a gentle cleansing bar like Aveeno Moisturizing Bar $13, Amazon.com. And avoid these bad habits that make winter skin even worse. You have an infection or underlying condition. In rare cases, a bacterial infection could spur an eczema flare-up, as well as more serious complications like cellulitis, says Plotner. Though eczema doesn't typically signal a larger whole-body issue, it's always best to play it safe and see your doctor if your skin condition isn't improving with minor treatment. Stasi's dermatitis, a form of eczema provoked by swelling of the lower legs, could be a symptom of something worse, such as the inflammation associated with congestive heart failure, says Plotner.